Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
What's up, everybody, and happy birthday to everybody that's celebrating a birthday out there today, but especially these celebrities who have a birthday today on Thursday, August 15th. Jennifer Lawrence turns 34, actor Ben Affleck is 52, Joe Jonas is 35, Anthony Anderson is 54, and rest in peace Nipsey Hussle. He would have had a birthday today. He was born in 1985 and passed away in 2019. Here's a few people that are celebrating this weekend. Tomorrow, Friday, we've got Madonna, 66, Steve Carell, 62, Angela Bassett, 66, James Cameron, 70, and Kathy Lee Gifford, 71. Saturday, we have Austin Butler, Mr. Elvis himself, 33. Robert De Niro, one of my favorite actors of all time, is going to be 81. Soraya Beavis, that is, of course, Paige from WWE, and of course Soraya from AEW. She turns 32. Donnie Wahlberg from the New Kids on the Block turns 55. Sean Penn turns 64. And finally, Sunday, August 18th, these guys are celebrating birthdays. Andy Samberg is 46. Christian Slater and Edward Norton both turned 55. Frances Bean Cobain, Kurt and Courtney's daughter, turns 32. And of course, happily, I screwed that up. Happy heavenly birthday to Patrick Swayze. He was born in 1952 and became a ghost in 2009. See what I did there? We love you, Patrick. But yeah, so happy birthday to all those celebrities. And if this weekend is your birthday, happy birthday to you. What a packed show we have for you. Caleb Williams got his first start last Saturday and had an amazing first quarter. And then, of course, we've got football this weekend. I'll go over who won the games last weekend. We got some stuff to talk about. Riot Fest is going back to Douglas Park in Chicago after originally going to be in the suburbs, and I have the lineup day by day for you to let you know what artists are going to be where on what day at Riot Fest this year in September. So stay tuned for that. Let's go right into it, though. Let's head into some football news. Okay, so anybody that's been following Brandon Ayuk from the San Francisco 49ers knows that he has not signed a contract with the Niners yet. Niners would love to sign him to an extension. They want to get him to stay. They want him in San Francisco, but he has yet to want to be traded anywhere. And he's turned down a few trades already that he didn't want. But he also has not signed a contract yet with San Francisco. Right now, San Francisco has a one phone call away trade set with the Pittsburgh Steelers if they can't get a contract extension done with him and keep him in San Francisco. So we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, pretty crazy. Yeah, the thing is, these guys, they get big heads, and I get it. He's a good receiver. He's a very good receiver. But at the same time, you can't want a guy in your locker room that has that much drama. And if he's going to keep bringing you drama, why would any team really want to pick him up? I get it, he's good. And, I honestly feel Justin Fields is going to be the starting quarterback at some point for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that Russell Wilson will start the season. I think he's either going to get hurt or he's just going to go all diva-ish and get benched. And they will bring in Justin Fields. which for the Bears' sake, I hope happens. Because if he plays a certain percentage of the snaps for Pittsburgh, that 6th-round pick that they got for him turns into a 4th-round pick for next year. So that's even better. So I'm hoping that he does. But at that point, a guy like Ayuk could really help Justin Fields because he's a very good receiver. He needs himself a DJ Moore. Obviously, you saw what he did with DJ Moore last year with Chicago, and I believe that somebody like a Brandon Ayuk can give him that number one receiver and that connection. Okay, and it was the same thing with DJ Moore in Carolina. He wanted to come over and he wanted to leave Carolina. He went to Chicago, had his best season of his career with Justin Fields and the Bears. So that does happen, and it happens a lot in the NFL. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully Brandon Ayuk ends up in a good place where he wants to play. We'll see what happens there. All right, so here we go with last week. We had preseason week 1, of course. This week we got week 2, but let's talk about week 1 and who won all the games. I don't actually remember everybody I picked last week because it's preseason. I don't keep track of preseason like that. I know I did pick the Bears to beat the Bills, but I don't remember who I picked for every single game. But that's not a big deal because honestly, like I said, I start and I save it on my TikTok, and I say I'll be doing that again this year, and I write down who I think is going to win and lose all the games, and I keep a tally of that every single week. So, in preseason, I'll give my predictions, but I don't necessarily remember who I picked in every single game. So let's go through the games last week and who we've got on here. Let's see, the Patriots last Thursday night beat the Panthers 17-3. Let's see, and then it was also the Giants over the Lions last Thursday night, 14-3. Friday last week we had the Dolphins over the Falcons, and the Texans over the Steelers 20-12. We had the Eagles beating the Ravens 16-13. Last Saturday we had the Jets over the Commanders 20-17. Bears, of course, with the big win over the Bills. I'll talk about that after we're done with this. We had the Raiders losing 24-23 to the Vikings. But some bad news came out of that game, too. We'll talk about that in a little while. Packers over the Browns 23-10. Buccaneers over the Bengals 17-14. The 49ers lost to the Titans 17-13. It was the Jags over the Chiefs 26-13. Seahawks won 16-3 over the Chargers, and the Saints beat the Cardinals 16-14. Last Sunday, the last two games out of the thing was the Broncos winning 34-30 over the Colts, and the Cowboys lost to the Rams 13-12. And that was all last week's scores. Before we go into this week, let's talk about the Bills and the Bears. 33-6, Bears with a big rout. Bears looked great last week. Caleb Williams had 2 scoring drives. They were field goals, but that's okay. I'm going to talk about this all season long. Points are points. I told people, do you remember the year that the Chicago Bears lost 15-14 to the San Francisco 49ers? Robbie Gould kicked 5 field goals to win that game. Nothing but field goals for San Francisco. Bears scored 2 touchdowns in that game. Touchdowns didn't mean squat that day. It was all about the field goals. It does not matter what you do. Now, yes, you obviously want your quarterback in 4 quarters to go out there and score touchdowns. But here's the difference. This is preseason, and he had 1 quarter of play. Now, as of the recording of this, we have not heard yet. And if it breaks during this, I'll break in. But so far, we don't know if the starters are going to play and how much of this game they will play on Saturday. I'm sure they will play, but we don't know how long. There's only 2 preseason games left. If he wants Caleb to get between 45 to 65 snaps, he's going to have to play a lot of this game. Probably the first half of this game. which that's what I would do. Caleb is not the superstar yet to just sit out and not play much of preseason. He needs as much time in there with the starters as he can get. Caleb looked good. He had 95 yards on 4 of 7. He only threw for 7 passes. He completed 4 of them. 95 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Looked good on his progressions. He was able to pick and choose where he was going to throw the ball. 2 of the 3 misses were drop passes that were definitely on the receivers. One was on Komet, and I believe one was on DJ Moore. And then the third one was an overthrow, but it wasn't necessarily an overthrow. I think he thought that Roma Dunze was not going to be able to make the good catch, so he decided to throw it out of bounds and over his head so he wouldn't get intentional grounding. So, honestly, those 3 misses were not on him. He was on pace in one quarter, 95 yards, almost 100 yards in one quarter. He was on pace. If he played the entire 4 quarters, he would have had almost 400 yards. Think about that. I mean, and I'm not saying he would have, but he was pretty damn close. So, yeah, let's compare Mitch Trubisky, who played multiple quarters in this game, came in after Josh Allen, who he only had like 60 yards in the time he was in there. Same amount of drives, and no touchdowns for him either. But Mitch Trubisky played 2 full quarters out of it, and he was only 10 of 18 for 82 yards. So in 6 more completions, Mitch Trubisky had 82 yards. Caleb Williams had 95. I'm just saying, look, this team looked amazing on all fronts. Offense, defense. They only gave up 6 points total, 2 field goals, and both of them, I believe, were in the first half of the game. This defense shut them down. Micah Baskerville for the Bears had a 53-yard interception return. Amazing. Ian Wheeler, who, if you watch Hard Knocks, which got delayed by like an hour, which was crazy. I was so mad. I usually work overnights, and I work Sunday to Wednesday. So I'm never home on Tuesday nights. This week, we just got back from vacation, had a great time in Lake Geneva. I'll talk about that at the end of the show. And I was there. I could watch it at 8 o'clock, streaming on HBO Max. It got held back an hour. I guess Chicago Bears fans watched it, were on there to watch it, and it shut down HBO Max because there were too many people on at one time. Chicago Bears fans, we are amazing. We shut down HBO Max. They couldn't even upload the episode on time because too many people were there ready to watch it. It had the number 1 last week on the first episode, had the most viewers ever in the 5 years of the show. That's amazing. And it's all because of Ryan Poles, Caleb Williams, Roma Dunze, and this entire Chicago Bears organization. This is what people want to see. The off stories on Hard Knocks are amazing. Watching these people, in their personal lives, watching DJ Moore take his kids to the ice cream museum in Chicago, seeing Keenan Allen with his kids on the field after a game and after practices. It amazes me. This is what you want to see. The behind the scenes of what goes on in the training rooms and in the locker rooms and in the coaches' rooms. I love it. This is why I love Hard Knocks, and I think this is why people who never watched it really should. If you're interested in things like, for wrestling, people used to watch Ms. and Mrs., or, because you want to see the behind the scenes, or Total Divas, or any of that stuff, or any of these documentaries about wrestlers. If you want to watch a good documentary about football, if you really want to learn what these guys are like on and off the field, watch an episode of Hard Knocks. It'll get you captivated to keep watching, and it'll make you cheer on the team that they're doing. because it made me cheer on Detroit last year. I'm not a Detroit Lions fan. I'm a Bears fan. But when they don't play the Bears, I don't hate them like I do the Green Bay Packers. I want to see the Packers go 0-17 every single year. I don't wish that upon the Lions. There's 2 losses I want them to have every single year, and that's to my Bears. Other than that, I have no problem with the Lions. The problem I have with the Vikings is the fans. The fan base of the Vikings, for a team that really hasn't done anything ever, they're really arrogant, some of them. Not all of them, because I'm friends with a few of them on Facebook, and if they listen to the show, I don't want them getting offended. It's not about them. But there is some stuck-up fans on the Minnesota side. There are on all sides. Obviously, the Cowboys fans, some Bears fans, Packer fans definitely have that. I've seen some out of the Lions. Until you win an NFL championship like the Super Bowl, you really can't talk. And yes, the Bears, I know they didn't win it since 1985. It's a long time ago. But they still won one. And they've made it to one since then. Lions have not. Vikings have not. Until that happens, they have no reason to talk. But yes, I was excited. The Bears did great. Bears had no turnovers in the game, no fumbles, no interceptions. It was great. 340 total yards to 200 for Buffalo. Time of possession went to Buffalo at 32 minutes to 27 for the Bears. 19 first downs for the Bears, only 13 for Buffalo. So it was a great game all the way around for the Bears. 33-6 final. I was excited. Now on to Minnesota. Minnesota did win their game. What was the score of that one? 24-23. J.J. McCarthy had an amazing game while he was in there. Was doing pretty good. I mean, he threw an interception. It happens. Not everybody's Caleb Williams. But J.J. McCarthy had 188 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception, and he was 11 for 17. He did play, I believe, the whole first half, but he is injured. And the injury will put him out for his entire rookie season. Now, me, as a Michigan Wolverine fan, I want to take this time to give my heartfelt condolences to J.J. McCarthy, because for him in his rookie year, and I watched him all last year with Michigan, take them to an undefeated 12-0, and then go on and win their bowl, their playoff game, and then the bowl final where they won the national championship. That team amazed me all year long, and J.J. McCarthy was at the helm of that. He's the quarterback. He's an amazing quarterback. Was he going to be the starter this year? Probably not. I think Sam Darnold was going to start. I think J.J. McCarthy would have came in at some point in the season, but I think Sam Darnold would have had that start, which is why you didn't see Darnold in the first game, because I think they already know he is going to be the starter. Okay, and they didn't want to rush him into getting hurt or nothing. J.J. McCarthy tore his meniscus. He will be out for the entire year. He had surgery to repair it already. That's all done. Now it's all rehab. It takes him probably the entire season to get ready and back in it. You don't want to rush that injury and go back and get hurt again. So, yeah, they're going to play it cautiously, and he'll be out for the season. But, like I said, I feel bad for him. I had a guy on TikTok yesterday who laughed at my post about him. First of all, he says he's overrated. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's a good quarterback, and I think he's going to be good. And I don't think he was going to start much this year, but that's okay. Not every quarterback goes right in and starts. He wasn't picked in the top 10. Usually your top 10 quarterbacks usually start pretty much right away. Okay? He was not a top 10 quarterback. They don't have to put him in. They got Sam Darnold. He's going to be the starter. He's a veteran. And then they'll go from there and see what they do. But yeah, McCarthy's definitely going to be out for at least the season. And they said he should come back good. He's young. And the surgery isn't that, a bad of a surgery. It's not going to put him out longer than the year. He'll be back and ready to go by next preseason. There's a list of 3 quarterbacks that the Vikings should go after as a backup to Darnold. And I'll go through that in a minute, but let's go into this. Let's talk about today's games and the rest of this weekend. We have football tonight, 6 p.m. This podcast comes out at 5. You listen to it at 5. By 6 o'clock, it should be done, and you can go to watch your football. It's the Eagles and the Patriots in New England. Saturday, we got the Falcons and the Ravens. We've got the Bengals at the Bears. I'm excited. Today, it was supposed to be a joint practice, I believe, with the Bears and the Bengals. Now, of course, it rained all morning, so I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but I don't know if it's indoor or outdoor. I know they canceled the fans coming to see it, and they're going to give them a rain date to come back and watch them again. Bengals and Bears this Saturday from Soldier Field is going to be awesome. We don't know who's starting yet and who's playing and where, but we should know that by the end of today. Giants at the Texans. We got the Lions at the Chiefs. We've got the Vikings at the Browns. We got the Seahawks at the Titans. We got Cardinals at the Colts. Commanders at the Dolphins. Bills at the Steelers Saturday night. And then we've got the Jets at the Panthers. Got the Rams at the Chargers. Buccaneers at the Jaguars. Cowboys at the Raiders. And then Sunday, we've got 2 7 o'clock games. Packers at the Broncos, and then the Saints and the 49ers. I'm not going to go through these and give my win and loss because it's the preseason. We're going to wait till the regular season, week 1, to do that. But I am going to pick my Bears over the Bengals. Bears are going 3-0. So, yeah, we'll do that. And then, let's see. Next week is the final preseason games already. That's crazy. That is awesome. So, yeah, that's it. We'll see what happens. We'll see, where all these teams end up. I'd like to see what Caleb Williams does. I'm hoping they give him at least one half this weekend. Let him play for the first half and see where that goes. Obviously, now with J.J. McCarthy getting hurt, there's no question that Sam Darnold is going to be the starting quarterback for the Vikings. Not a bad choice. He's a veteran, but you still are going to need most likely somebody to back up Sam Darnold. So if they decide to keep who they have, then, they're not going to obviously get a free agent. But there still is 3 guys out there that everybody thinks could make a difference behind Sam Darnold, and they could target for 2024 as emergency backup quarterbacks. So we got Ryan Tannehill, former Tennessee Titans standout, basically the one starting caliber quarterback still available in free agency, though he was admittedly picky about potential suitors when exploring the market over the winter and spring. It remains to be seen if he'd willing to be signed up for a number 2 job, but he'd at least have a path to potential starts in Minnesota. Obviously, if you get a Ryan Tannehill, I think he would end up starting over Sam Darnold eventually, just like I think J.J. McCarthy would have. Number 2 on the list, Trey Lance. Struggling to win the Cowboys' top backup job, the former San Francisco 49er prospect may well be available via trade entering his final year of his rookie deal. The Vikings were interested before, reportedly discussing a potential trade for the NDSU product and Minnesota native prior to the 2023 draft. Lance remains an unknown as a pro passer, but his athleticism is obvious and still just 24 years old. He'd give the team a younger, higher upside alternative to Darnold while McCarthy rehabs his knee. And finally, Taylor Heineke. 7 years after he last suited up for the Vikings as a potential reserve, Heineke could be available for a low-cost trade after a erratic start to the 2024 preseason with the Atlanta Falcons, who have the top 10 pick Michael Penix Jr. as their new backup for new starter and old Vikings friend Kirk Cousins. While he's a risk-taker with an aggressive downfield play style, Heineke has the flair to be a short-term fill-in as evidenced by his competitive 29 career starts. So those are 3 suitors that could end up with the Minnesota Vikings if they decide to look for a backup for Sam Darnold, or if he struggles, which I think everybody is thinking he will, and yeah, they could end up going to him and doing that. So we'll see what they decide to do Minnesota. Either way, they're kind of in a rock and a hard place right now. They were really hoping J.J. McCarthy would be the starter if Sam Darnold struggled. And now it doesn't look like it's going to happen, at least not this year yet. So last week we were having a big show, and I didn't get to do fantasy football, which is fine because we have 2 weeks left of the preseason now, and 2 left because I'm not going to go over kickers. Obviously, you're going to take whatever kicker you want. Most people try to take a kicker from their team anyway, so it really don't matter. Kickers are kickers. They're not going to... They can define your game, but most of the time they don't. So this week we're going to do tight ends, and then next week we're going to finish off with, of course, defenses. And that'll be the last week before preseason is over next week. And then there's like a week lull before the next weekend will be the kickoff of football. So, so let's do this now. I'm a little shocked by this one in the rankings. So tier 1, number 1 is Laporta from Detroit. Now, the reason I'm a little surprised by this is because Travis Kelce is number 2 on the list from Kansas City. I don't like that because I'm a big Kelce fan. And not because of Taylor Swift. I was a big fan of him before Taylor Swift. Okay? I do like Swift. I am a Swiftie, but that's not why I love Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce and his brother are amazing people. They do an amazing podcast. They're cool. You know, they're like the epitome of a cool football player. So that's why I like both of them. Andrews at number 3 from Baltimore. They are the tier 1. Tier 2, you've got McBride from Arizona, Kittle from San Francisco. We got Pitts coming in at number 6 from Atlanta, Kincaid from Buffalo at number 7, Ferguson from Dallas at number 8, and Njoku from Cleveland coming in at 9. Number 10 is Ingram from Jacksonville. Tier 3 is Bowers from Las Vegas at number 11. Joydert from Philadelphia. Goydert coming in at number 12. Number 13 is Freiermuth from Pittsburgh. And number 14 is Schultz from Houston. Tier 4, TJ Hawkinson from Minnesota. Cole Kmet from Chicago. They're 15 and 16. Number 17 is Hill from New Orleans. Number 18 is Henry from New England. 19 is Musgrave from Green Bay. Conklin from the Jets comes in at 20. Ottman from Tampa Bay is going to come in at number 21. Johnson from New Orleans at 22. Likely from Baltimore at 23. Fant from Seattle at number 24. Okonkwo from Tennessee coming in at 25. Washington's Senoit is number 26. Kraft from Green Bay, 27. And Gesicki from Cincinnati is number 28. And one more I'm going to go over is Tier 5. So let's do that one. Number 29 is Mayer from Las Vegas. Knox from Buffalo comes in at number 30. Sanders from Carolina, 31. Woods from Indianapolis comes in number 32. Gerald Everett from Chicago, go Bears, comes in at number 33. Smith from Miami, number 34. Zach Ertz from Washington at 35. Higbee from the Rams at 36. Dulcich from Denver at number 37. Parkinson from LA Rams, number 38, and then number 39 is Johnson from the New York Giants. Nobody else that's that great anywhere else on here, but those are your top 39 tight ends that you should aim for when you're up to your tight ends on fantasy football. Now, let's go into this. Next week, we're going to have defenses, and we're going to end with the defenses. I may throw a couple kickers in there next week, too. I might just do, like, tier 1 and 2 of that and just throw that in. Let's see what the kickers got. In fact, here, let's do it really quick. Tier 1 for kickers, Justin Tucker, Aubrey, and Butker from Kansas City at the top 3. Tier 2, we've got Sanders, Fairborn, Elliott, Moody, Bass, and Koo in the top 9 there in Tier 2. Tier 3, McPherson, Gay from Indianapolis, Dicker from LA Chargers, Hopkins from Cleveland, Carlos Santos, number 14 from Chicago, and Myers at number 15. So, look, if you really want to see kickers for the rest of it, just go to Fantasy Pros. That's what I'm on, and you can see all the kickers on there. Next week, like I said, we're going to do defenses, and then we are done. That is how it goes. Fantasy, everybody's going to be doing their fantasy teams most likely next weekend or the weekend after. So, yeah, we'll just do it like that. So, next week, we will do the defenses and find out what the top defenses are to draft on your draft day. As everybody knows, Madden 25 released, official release date is tomorrow, Friday. But if you order the $100 one, if you decided to be like really crazy with it and order it early, you got it Tuesday, August 13th, you got the MVP bundle. But for those of us who got the basic version, it comes out tomorrow. There is a 10-hour free trial, which I'm on right now for EA Play. So if you have EA Play, I believe that's only on Xbox, then you can play a 10-hour preview of the game. And it is the full thing. I mean, I made my franchise out already. I'm playing it. It'll just continue tomorrow. Once I'm done with this 10 hours today, tomorrow it'll just start from where I'm at. So you get to save your progression just like you would if you were playing it since Tuesday and everything. It's pretty cool. I'm having fun with it. Here is the top rated players. With the release date upon us, here's what we know about Madden 25. Here are the top players with Madden ratings at 95 or higher. So these are the players that you want to try to get if you make your own team. I don't do that. I play with the team, and then I create myself as a player, because it's always fun to create yourself. I'm a defensive end right now. I didn't want to put myself in the offense because I think the Bears have a very high-powered offense already. I'm happy with what they got, so I didn't want to make myself a fourth or fifth receiver, so I made myself a defensive end. Never been on defense before. Pretty cool. Let's see. So here we go. Number 1, Christian McCaffrey from the 49ers, running back, 99. Patrick Mahomes at number 2 with the Chiefs, quarterback, 99. Number 3, Travis Kelce with the Chiefs, tight end, 99. Number 4, Trent Williams of the 49ers, left tackle, 99. Tyreek Hill for the Dolphins, wide receiver at 99. Justin Jefferson at number 6 for the Vikings, wide receiver 98. Lamar Jackson, number 7, Ravens quarterback at 98. Micah Parsons, Cowboys right end, 98. Myles Garrett at number 9 for the Browns, right end, 98. Chris Jones at number 10 for the Chiefs, defensive tackle at a 97. Number 11, Fred Warner of the 49ers, middle linebacker, 97. Number 12, George Kittle of the 49ers, tight end at 97. Number 13, Jesse Bates III, Falcons free safety, 97. Max Crosby, the Raiders left end at a 97. Number 15, Sauce Gardner for the Jets, cornerback, not quarterback, 97. TJ Watt of the Steelers at number 16. Linebacker, 97. Number 17, Zach Martin for the Cowboys, right guard, 97. Number 18, C.D. Lamb for the Cowboys, wide receiver, 96. Number 19, Jalen Ramsey of the Dolphins, corner, number 96. Let's see, Nick Bosa comes in at number 20 from the 49ers, on left end at 96. 21 is Nick Chubb for the Browns, running back, 96. Number 22, Penei Sewell for the Lions, left tackle, 96. A.J. Brown for the Eagles, wide receiver, 95. Number 24, Amon-Ra St. Brown for the Lions, wide receiver, 95. That's amazing. Dexter Lawrence at 25 for the Giants, defensive tackle, 95. 26, Lane Johnson for the Eagles, right tackle, 95. Number 27 is Patrick Surtain II for the Broncos, a cornerback, 95. Number 28, Roquan Smith for the Ravens, middle linebacker, 95, former Chicago Bear. Number 29, Tyron Smith for the Jets, a left tackle, and a 95. So that's cool. Let's see. What's the differences in Madden 25? A quick look at the changes. Boom Tech, an updated tackling system that makes tackling feel more like it does in the real world. A redesigned NFL draft night and franchise mode with drafted players shaking hands with Commissioner Roger Goodell and wearing suits. Import up to 32 teams from Team Builder into franchise mode and download other users' created teams. Team and rookie records are now able to be broken in franchise mode. Signature styles, player animations, and play styles more closely resemble those of the real-world athletes. Pass block mechanics that let players see which defenders their linemen are targeting pre-snap and adjust the blocking scheme. New announcing teams, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Kate Scott, and Brock Huggard join Brandon Gudon and Charles Davis. That's right, there's 3 different announced teams now, which is cool. You don't know which one you're going to get, and you just get random ones, but it's cool. Let's see. That's it. All right, so we have that. And, here's another question. Can I bring players from EA College Football 25 to Madden 25? The answer is yes. Player import is back with the return of EA Sports NCAA football franchise. Players created in Road to Glory can be imported into Superstar mode in Madden 25. The player will get more creation points than standard if he's brought over from College Football 25. So you could go to College Football 25, create a player, bring him into NFL Madden from his college team. That's pretty cool. He could be drafted. I think that's awesome, and I'm glad that they did that. I'm glad that they have that together now. All right, so moving on now to the Olympics. That is it. Is officially over as of Sunday. What a games we had. Final tallies for the top. We'll go 30. Should we do every country? I don't think so. If you really want to see your country, that, yeah, I'm only going to do the top 20. So we'll do the top 20 teams and what they got in medals. Okay. So gold, silver, bronze, and then total. Let's try to remember that for this. Okay, so here we go. Top 20. Brazil had 3 gold, 7 silver, 10 bronze for a total of 20. Number 19, Ireland had 4 gold, 0 silver, and 3 bronze for 7 total medals. Norway had 4 gold, 1 silver, and 3 bronze for 8 total medals. Number 17 was Kenya with 4 gold, 2 silver, and 5 bronze for 11 total. Sweden was number 16, 4 gold, 4 silver, 3 bronze on 11 total. ESP, don't know where that is, so I'm just not going to even guess. But they had 5. They came in number 15. They had 5 gold, 4 silver, and 9 bronze for 18 total. Hungary had 6 gold, 7 silver, and 6 bronze for 19 total. They weren't that hungry, were they? UZB, not sure what that one is either. They had 8 gold, 2 silver, and 3 bronze for 13 total medals. Let's see. Canada, 9 gold, 7 silver, 11 bronze for 27 total. They came in number 12. Number 11, New Zealand had 10 gold, 7 silver, and 3 bronze for 20. Oh, wait, does that show where they had their... Wow. So when it comes to the USA, I can tell you exactly where they had all their medals. Cool. I didn't even know that until I hit that button. That was New Zealand. Germany, number 10, right? Yeah, I'm on number 10. Germany had 12 gold, 13 silver, and 8 bronze for 33 total. Number 9, Italy, my homeland. 12 gold, 13 silver, and 15 bronze for 40. Let's see. Korea had 13 gold, 9 silver, and 10 bronze for 32. Great Britain had 14 gold, 22 silver, and 29 bronze for 65 total. They came in number 7. Hold on one second. I'm hearing all the sirens. I didn't want to get all messed up. NED, I don't know what that one is. They had 15 gold, 7 silver, and 12 bronze for 34 total. France, the home country, had 16 gold, 26 silver, and 22 bronze for 64. Number 5, Australia came in number 4 with 18 gold, 19 silver, and 16 bronze, 53 total. Japan came in number 3 with 20 gold, 12 silver, and 13 bronze for 45 total. Number 2, China had 40 gold, 27 silver, and 24 bronze for 91 total. And of course, number 1, the US of A had 40 gold, 44 silver, and 42 bronze. We just cleaned up. Here's the events that we won the awards in. In 3-on-3 basketball, we won the bronze. Archery, we won silver and bronze for 2 medals. Artistic gymnastics, we had 3 gold, 1 silver, and 5 bronze for 9 total for that. Artistic swimming, we had 1 silver. Athletics, 14 gold, 11 silver, and 9 bronze for 34 total. Basketball, we had 2 gold medals, which I believe that was the men and the women. Boxing, we came in bronze on that one. Breaking, we came in and got a bronze. Canoe slalom, we had 1, and that was a bronze. Canoe sprint, we had a silver. Cycling BMX, a silver. Cycling mountain, a silver. Cycling road, a gold and a bronze. Cycling track, we had 2 gold medals. Diving, we had a silver. Equestrian, we had a silver. Fencing, we had 2 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. In football, we had 1 gold. Let's see. In golf, we had a gold medal. In rowing, we had a gold medal and a bronze. In rugby sevens, we had a bronze. In sailing, we had a bronze. Shooting, we had a bronze. Shooting, we had a gold, 3 silver, and a bronze. Skateboarding, 2 silver and a bronze. Sport climbing, we had a silver and a bronze. Surfing, we had a gold. Swimming, we had 8 gold, 13 silver, and 7 bronze for 28 total on that. Taekwondo, we got the bronze. Tennis, we got a silver and a bronze. Triathlon, we had silver. Volleyball, we had a silver and a bronze. Water polo, a bronze. Weightlifting, a gold and a bronze. And then, of course, wrestling, we had 2 gold. We had 2 silver and 3 bronze for 7 total in wrestling. And let's see. In basketball, that was the United States men and women. Athletics, I don't even know what that is considered. Oh, like shot put and all that stuff. Cool. Artistic gymnastics, the women's team won the gold. Simone Biles won women's all around. Simone Biles won women's vault. Simone Biles got a silver in women's floor exercise. The men's team got the bronze. The men's pommel horse. Women's all around. Women's vault. So, yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff. A lot of great jobs. Good job by Simone Biles bringing home 3 more gold medals to add to her collection of 7. Jesus Lord, she is amazing. And now her husband is a Chicago Bear, which means we get to see the beautiful Simone Biles. Kansas City, you can keep Taylor Swift. We got Simone Biles. We got a gold freaking medalist on our team. You know, it'd be amazing, Kansas City and Chicago. Taylor Swift and Simone Biles. That would be an amazing Super Bowl right there. They'd be panning left and right. Just 1 and 1, 1 and 1. Boom, 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 boom. Back and forth. It'd be awesome. And there'd be some football, maybe a halftime show. Miley Cyrus they're talking about possibly. But yeah. So that's the Olympics. The Olympics are officially over. Tom Cruise sent the Olympic flag already to LA. So it's going to be in LA for 4 years for the Summer Games. In 2 years, of course, we will have the Winter Olympics, which is, let's see, when is the Winter Olympics? Will be February 6th, 2026 to February 22nd, 2026. And where is it going to be? It will be in Italy. Has the next Winter Olympics. That's awesome. The games will be held in Milan and Cortina di Ampezzo. I'm a horrible Italian. Di Ampezzo. Yeah, so that's where they're going to have it. Those are the first time two cities are serving as co-hosts for the Olympics. So there's going to be two cities instead of just one. So that's going to be amazing. February of 2026, get ready for the Winter Olympics. And I'll be talking about that, of course, in 2 years, because I will be here doing this every single week. All right, so let's move on now. Hold on one second. We're going to move on to a little bit of wrestling. All right, so as everybody knows, next weekend, not this weekend coming up. No, not even next weekend. I think it's 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not next weekend. The weekend after that is WWE Bash in Berlin. It's going to be August 31st. So we've got this weekend, next weekend. So it's in 3 weeks, pretty much. So we have a few matches booked for this. Of course, like I told everybody last week, Gunther will put the World Heavyweight Championship on the line versus Randy Orton. That one's already been confirmed. And then last Friday night, Cody Rhodes came out and told Kevin Owens he's challenging him. Even though Kevin Owens isn't the champion, he wants to face Kevin Owens at Bash at Berlin. At first, Owens declined, but he said no. It's already been done. You're facing me for the WWE Championship. So I'm actually... And he gave it to him because he said, this is the gratitude I'm giving you for helping me and having my back during all the thing with the bloodline. And I want to thank you by giving you a shot because you deserve it at the WWE Championship. So I'm actually kind of cool with that. So that's official. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley this last Monday night on Raw. They made it official. It's going to be Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan in a mixed tag match. That's going to be good. So 3 matches booked so far for Bash at Berlin. Not too bad. Here's some predictions for possible matches at Bash at Berlin. They haven't been named yet. United States Championship match, LA Knight champion versus Santos Escobar. That would be a good one. Escobar, with the help from Carmelo Hayes, defeated Andrade on August 9th episode of SmackDown to become the number 1 contender, but the match has not formally been announced yet. So most likely that match will happen. Intercontinental Championship, Braun Breaker versus Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. That would be an awesome match. Him and Sami Zayn had a banger of a match on Monday night. The 2 out of 3 falls. Just like always. Always amazing when Sami Zayn's in a match. So that was really good. But now that Braun Breaker's beaten him twice, now he's on to bigger and better ones. And Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser would be an awesome match. That would be cool. The Bloodline, Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu or Tonga Loa versus DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, or Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. Either way, it would be pretty decent to see that. That would be really good. And that would be the Bloodline putting their tag team titles online against either DIY or the Street Profits. They should eventually have a match between those 2 tag teams to see who's going to face them. A triple threat would be a pretty big banger too. And most likely it will be Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. I don't see why Jacob Fatu would be in that match. He's technically not in that actual tag team. They're a tag team, so I don't know why they would do that. And that's it right now. So those are the predictions for 3 possible matches. The United States Championship, that is almost a guarantee because Santos Escobar defeated Andrade. So, for a number 1 contender match for the U.S. title. So, that should be a locked-in match, I'm sure. But we'll see. I'm sure there'll be a few more matches added and maybe with those ones, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so Bash at Berlin, going to be a decent one. I think that's going to be a banger of a pay-per-view. All right, so let's move on to another topic. I believe that we're done with sports now. That's all I have for sports. We talked. There's nothing going on right now NBA wise. Nothing going on NHL. Nothing going on anywhere else right now. Olympics are over. Football, we talked about that. So let's go on and move on to the entertainment section. And let's talk a little video games for a minute. I just read that GTA 6 possibly leaked the release date of October 25th of 2025, which would be next year. That is going to be amazing. October 27th of 2025, that's next year. That's 1 year away from this year. We got about, 13 months until GTA 6 would come out? I'm excited for that one. I love Fortnite, but if GTA 6 comes out, I'll be putting Fortnite a little bit to the burner for a while to play my GTA 6. I miss my GTA 5, but since I got into Fortnite, I got tired of GTA 5. There's nobody good on there right now playing, and I'm hoping maybe by next year, who knows, maybe I'll have a PlayStation 5 and I'll do my Fortnite on my Xbox, and then I'll do maybe my GTA on PS5. We'll see. Will it be cross-platform? I hope, so that we could play people from everywhere. That'd be awesome to play people from computer, to play people from PS5, to play people from Xbox. I don't know. Is there a Switch version of GTA? I don't know if that even exists. So, previous Rockstar games released in October add some credibility to the supposed leak, but nothing has officially been announced yet. Rockstar is likely still working with a launch window for GTA 6 due to the project's scale, which is true. There's a lot going into this one, so it is going to take some more time. But in 2013 is when Grand Theft Auto came out in September of 2013. So September, October, that's the range of when GTA usually releases most of their stuff. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. All right, let's move on to some Fortnite. That's right, we're going to talk about Fortnite really quick because the new chapter, the new season, launches tomorrow in the morning. So let's talk about it. Let's see what you're going to get. All right, so this should make all Fortnite fans, and I'm going to read this entire article that I just saw to find out because it's from Forbes, so it's a legit thing. Fortnite Chapter 5, Season 4 is coming sooner than expected as Season 3 will end early. The new season of Fortnite is releasing sooner than players expected, though not by much. Titled Absolute Doom, Chapter 5, Season 4 features a brand new battle pass filled to the brim with MCU and X-Men skins. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Beginning today, players will supercharge XP to finish up the Season 3 Battle Pass and challenges. This is to help players cross the finish line a day early. Now that Season 4 ends on Thursday, August 15th, that's tonight, at 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Eastern. So Central Time will be 10 p.m. After an unknown downtime period, servers will come back online, and players will be able to dive into the brand new map, filled with superhero powers, new locations, and more. Disney is coming to Fortnite in a big way with more Star Wars, Pixar, and other House of Mouse content coming to the Battle Royale game alongside all these superheroes. Disney and Epic have also launched the Disney Horizons Live Island, which will run until the end of the season. On this island, players can watch the D23 live stream announcing all the Fortnite collaborations and earn the Peelvern plush back bling for free. The new season isn't just about new Marvel skins. Fans will also be able to find clues about the storylines of upcoming MCU movies and shows featuring these characters, making this a more interactive and cross-media collaboration than most. In February, Disney CEO revealed that the company had made a $1.5 million investment in Epic Games. That's amazing. So let's see. Let's go here and see what they're going to have. all the Marvel Fortnite skins in the Chapter 5 Season 4 Ultimate Doom Battle Pass. Okay, so a brand new season of Fortnite is about to drop, and this one is bringing in the next phase of the MCU in a very big way, with a bunch of new Marvel characters, including Doctor Doom. The Absolute Doom Chapter 5 Season 4 season isn't just adding these skins, but also quests and clues that point to the future of the MCU itself. Here are the new Marvel skins heading to Season 1 later this week, which is tonight or tomorrow. Tier 1 is going to be Gwenpool. Hot off the heels of the success of Deadpool and Wolverine, Gwenpool makes her Fortnite debut in her classic pink and white suit. She's an amalgam of Gwen Stacy and Wade Wilson. Part spider, part merc with a mouth. Speaking of Deadpool, if you missed his Fortnite debut, which came with such fun little secret challenges and a very great sense of humor, that was during the Spy vs. Spy theme season, one of the best of all time. Level 15, War Machine. Iron Man's right-hand man, War Machine, blasts into Fortnite as the second unlockable skin in the Battle Pass. Not only will you be able to play as a superhero, there will also be in-game turrets and other War Machine powers you can use as well. Level 30, you can get Peelverine. Much ado is made in Deadpool and Wolverine about Hugh Jackman's Wolverine replacement is the worst Wolverine. I'm sorry, but Peelverine is a giant banana Wolverine is clearly the worst Wolverine and is not even close. Level 45, Emma Frost. Emma Frost is originally a bad guy on Doctor Doom's team, but falls for Cyclops and joins the X-Men. Cyclops would also make a cool Fortnite skin. Level 65, Captain Jonesy. Jonesy and is awesome no matter what skin he turns up in, and that's the case once again as he grabs Cap's shield and dons the classic suit. Captain America has never looked so Jonesy. The shield throw also makes its way into Fortnite Season 4. Level 80 will be Mysterio. Mysterio looks nothing like Jake Gyllenhaal. What gives? Just kidding. This Mysterio is way cooler than the one in the Spider-Man movie. His illusion powers come to Fortnite as well. Level 100, you can get Shuri. The final Battle Pass skin this time around is Shuri, the new Black Panther. Like many of these other skins, Shuri will have variant skins and other cosmics to unlock. Vivarim claws also make their way as a special power to the Fortnite island. So there you go. Special skin will be Doctor Doom. Is that Robert Downey Jr. behind the mask? This special skin is unlockable later in the season when the special Doctor Doom quest drops. This is in many ways our first reintroduction to the new MCU supervillain that has replaced Kang going forward. So there it is. That is all the skins you can get on Fortnite starting either later tonight or early morning on Friday. Of course, they said 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 p.m. Eastern. They will shut down Fortnite and then basically they'll do their downtime. They're looking to come back pretty quick, so maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning your time, Eastern, maybe Central Time, you can go and play those games. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll see what happens there. All right, let's move on from video games and talk about something else. Hang on one second. All right, if you are a fan of course, Riot Fest, it will be in Douglas Park again this year in Chicago. They were going to go into the suburbs, but I guess they decided not to do that. So instead, you will get to see Riot Fest where it normally is at Douglas Park. Here are the lineup for each day. Now, I'll read from bottom to top because the top is the big ones, but I don't have the stages. For that, you'll have to look it up because there's multiple stages, just like Lollapalooza. So, if you want to see that, definitely go look it up and, you can see which stage everyone's going to be on. But here are all the headliners and for what days. Okay, so here we go. Friday, September 20th, it kicks off the Defiant, Homefront, The Chisel, Drug Church, All, Get Dead, People Are Ugly, Action Adventure, The Lawrence Arms, Winona Fighter, Poison the Well, Spiritual Cramp, The Exploited, Xena, Circle Jerks, Face to Face, The Aces, State Champs, Hot Mulligan, The Warning, Polaris, Newfound Glory, Souls of Mischief, Tornillo, Cypress Hills, Sum 41, The Marleys, Public Enemy, NoFX, The Offspring, and Fall Out Boy. That's on Friday, September 20th. Saturday, September 21st, you'll get to see Verboten, Princess Goes, Urethan, Liquid Mike, The Confidants, Dillinger 4, Pixel Grip, DOA, Sincere Engineer, LS Dunes, The Armed, The Dickies, Brutus, Heart Attack Man, Dead Milkman, Langwagon, Sweet Pill, Lord of the Lost, Clutch, Rival Sons, Jack Kays, The Descendants, Buzzcocks, Waxatige, Beach Bunny, Spoon, Basement, The Hives, Health, Taking Back Sunday, Sir Chloe, Manchester Orchestra, Bright Eyes, St. Vincent, NoFX again, Pavement, and Beck are all going to be there Saturday. And the final day on Sunday, we'll have Games We Play, Fiddlehead, Huge, Doom Scroll, Cobra Skulls, Sasquatch, Laura Jane Grace plus Catbite, the Swinging Utters, Sprints, Cursive, Guar. Oh my lord, Guar. I remember Guar in the movie Empire Records. That's hilarious. Strung Out, the Vandals, Necro Bilkin, Tsunami, Gel, Something Corporate, Haraya, Dog, Slaughter Beach, Pennywise, Mastodon, Suicidal Tendencies, Magnolia Park, Lamb of God, Tyria Whack, Oliver Tree, Dr. Dog, Sublime, NoFX again, Rob Zombie, and Slayer. So that is your lineup for all 3 days of the Riot Fest. Make sure you go check them out. The stages are already released and everything, so you can see that. You could go to Riot Fest. Just Google it, or if you're in the Chicagoland area, I believe Q101 has already released the stages for everything and where it's going to be. So make sure you go check that out and enjoy it. If you're into Riot Fest and you want to go this year, make sure you enjoy it. It sounds like a lot of fun. MTV Video Music Awards have released their nominees already this week for September. The date has been moved. If you are looking forward to watching it on Tuesday, September 10th, you're going to have to wait till Wednesday, September 11th. Because of the debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump on that Tuesday, MTV did not want to interfere with that. They want people to watch and listen to both candidates to see who they want to vote for. Voting is a very important thing, especially in a big election like this. So definitely check that out. And then Wednesday, August 11th is going to be, or September 11th is going to be the VMAs. So make sure you check those out. Here's the full list of nominees for every category. Let's see. The Video of the Year presented by Burger King. Nominees are Ariana Grande for We Can't Be Friends, Billie Eilish for Lunch, Doja Cat for Paint the Town Red, Eminem for Houdini, SZA for Snooze, and Taylor Swift featuring Post Malone for Fortnite. Not to be confused with the video game. Artist of the Year. Nominees Ariana Grande, Bad Bunny, Eminem, Sabrina Carpenter, SZA, and Taylor Swift. Song of the Year. Beyonce, Texas Hold'em, Jack Harlow, Lovin' On Me, Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso, Taylor Swift featuring Post Malone for Fortnite, and Teddy Swims for Lose Control. Best New Artist nominees Benson Boone, Chapel Rowan, Gracie Adams, Shabuzi, Teddy Swims, and Tyla. MTV Push Performance of the Year. Nominees August 2023, Kali Area Codes. September 2023, Gorilla Lick or Some. October 2023, Benson Boone and the Stars. November 2023, Coco Jones, ICU. December of 2023, Victoria Monet, On My Mama. January 2024, Jesse Murph, Wild Ones. February of 2024, Teddy Swims, Lose Control. March of 2024, Chapel Rowan, Red Wine Supernova. April 2024, Flynaboss, Yeah. May 2024, LaFi with Goddess. June 2024, Le Surfim with Easy. And July 2024, The Warning, Automatic Sun. Best Collaboration nominees, Drake featuring Sexy Red and SZA with Rich Baby Daddy. Gorilla and Megan Thee Stallion, Wannabe. Jesse Murph featuring Jelly Roll, Wild Ones. Jungkook featuring Lotto with Seven. Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen, I Had Some Help. And Taylor Swift featuring Post Malone for Fortnite. And that's funny. So, wow, Post Malone ended up on there twice. One for his song and once helping Taylor Swift. So either way, he could win an MTV VMA for that. Best Pop, Camila Cabello, Dua Lipa, Olivia Rodrigo, Sabrina Carpenter, Tate McRae, and Taylor Swift. Best Hip Hop, Drake featuring Sexy Red and SZA, Rich Baby Daddy. Eminem, Houdini. Gorilla, Yeah Glow. Gunna, Fuck You Mean. Fuck You Mean. Megan Thee Stallion for Boa. And Travis Scott featuring Playboi Carti for Fiend. Best R&B, Alicia Keys' Lifetime. Mui Long for Made For Me. SZA, Snooze. Tyler Wada. Usher, Summer Walker. And 21 Savage, Good Good. And Victoria Monet, On My Mama. Best Alternative nominees, Benson Boone for Beautiful Things. Bleachers for Tiny Moves. Hosier for Too Sweet. Imagine Dragon, Eyes Closed. Linkin Park, Friendly Fire. And Teddy Swims, Lose Control Live. Best Rock nominees, Bon Jovi for Legendary. Coldplay for Feels Like I'm Falling in Love. Green Day for Dilemma, wow. Kings of Leon, Mustang, Lenny Kravitz, Human, and U2, Automatic City. Every single Best Rock person is from the 80s or the 90s. That's insane. That's awesome. Best Latin, Anita for Milvit. I'm not even going to say the names of some of these. I'm just going to read the artists. Bad Bunny, Carol G, Mike Towers, Pesa Plume and Anita, Raul Alejandro, and Shakira and Cardi B. Best Afrobeats is Ara Star featuring Gavon for Last Heartbreak Song. Burna Boys for City Boys. Chris Brown featuring Davido and LaJ for Sensational. Thames, Love Me JJ. Tyler for Water, and Usher and Peels for Ruin. Best K-Pop, Jungkook featuring Lotto for Seven. Lisa for Rockstar. NCT Dream for Smoothie. New Jeans, Super Shy. Stray Kids, La 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 La. Tomorrow X Together for Deja Vu. Let's see. I'll go over a lot of these ones when the VMAs happen. Most of these now are like art, visual effects. I'll go over all of them on that September 12th, the next day, because the VMAs will be over that Thursday when I do my show, and we'll go over all that. I'm not going to go over all that now, but I'll run through every single one that won that night, so we'll go over that. So that's it. We're done with the MTV Video Music Awards portion. Now let's see. Finally, before we do the movies, I have all the major Marvel cameos in Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, by now, the movie's been out long enough. The people who want to see it have already seen it. The people who have not seen it yet will probably watch it when it goes on. If you don't want to hear this and you haven't seen it yet, then skip through a couple of minutes and then check and then go through another couple of minutes until it's done, because I'm going to talk about this now. I feel by now most people have already seen it who are going to see it. So let's go over all the major cameos. Following contains spoilers from Deadpool and Wolverine's now playing in the theater. All right, so let's go over. There's 15 of them. Several Wolverine variants appear. It says Deadpool wants to find a Wolverine to stabilize Earth in the year 1005. He hops through the multiverse of Marvel, finding many. I'm not going to go over all of them. Just look for different variants of Wolverine. Or of Dead. Yeah, of Wolverine. Let's see. Number 14, the Hulk makes a quick impact. So the Hulk's going to be in it. When Wade meets John Brain Logan, a Hulk is seen in the reflection of Wolverine's claws. This homages Todd McFarlane's cover from 1987's The Incredible Hulk 340. It's a very quick moment, and it seems that this is a variant of Mark Ruffalo's Green Goliath. Number 13, the Avengers are seen in TVA's footage. Matthew McFadden's Mr. Paradox wants to sacrifice Wade's world and shows him footage of the Avengers at the time, Variance Authority. There are sequences seen from several MCU properties involving Earth's mightiest heroes, including Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Black Widow, and many more. They are all archived clips, so you won't see them in it. It's just clips of them in it. Avengers are spiritually present in Happy Hogan's office. Wade initially gets disenchanted after time sliding to Earth 616 to open the movie. He wants to enlist with the Avengers. Jon Favreau's Happy Hogan cameos and politely denies him. In the office, Thor memorabilia is seen, Iron Man's prototype helmet, his arc reactor, a Pepper Potts magazine cover, and Captain America's prototype shield from the first Iron Man movie are other souvenirs for eagle-eyed fans. Number 11, Chris Evans returns as Johnny Storm. Chris Evans was in there in the Fantastic Four before he ended up being in the other movies, and he appears in that one. Ant-Man's corpse is Cassandra's base. Diehard Marvel fans love seeing Paul Rudd's Scott Lang transform from Ant-Man to Giant Man. In Deadpool and Wolverine, his giant corpse has been hollowed out in the void. Let's see. Cassandra Nova uses important Marvel decorations. Let's see. Cassandra's Wasteland has familiar X-Men villains. Tyler Maine's Sabretooth returns from that movie. Also, Jason Flamingo's Azel Castillo, Aaron Stanford's Pyro, Lady Deathstrike, and the Cyclock variant make the cut after being supporting characters in the Fox era. Cassandra's Wasteland has familiar Marvel relics. Thor's helmet, Captain America's World War II shield is also seen in the sand. Let's see. Wade and Logan find Blade, Elektra, X-23, and Gambit. Wade and Logan team up with Wesley Snipes' Blade in the Void. Fans may be waiting on the Mahershala Ali movie, but they can't forget what Snipes accomplished as the Daywalker in his 3 films. Daphne Keene's X-23 comes back as well, eager to save Wade's reality where he's pruned from after Logan died. Their base actually has a statue of Scarlet's witch head from Mount Wangador. Jennifer Gardner's Elektra assists as well. She jokes how she doesn't care that Cassandra killed a daredevil, poking fun at her and her Ben Affleck's failed relationship in real life. Let's see. What else? Several Deadpool variants appear in the movie. B-15 and Aloha from Loki are present. You get to see them in the movie. Stan Lee has a clean-cut ad. When Wade and Logan fight the Deadpool corpse, Stan Lee's image is seen in an ad on the side of a bus. It's for a cleaning company, Stanley Steamer, which parodies a real company, Stanley Steamer. It has the catchphrase, your friendly neighborhood cleaner, referring to the slogan for Spider-Man. The Stanley Steamer ad also displays his year of birth, 1922. Lee later appears in archival behind-the-scenes footage in Deadpool and Wolverine's post-credits. This pays homage to all the Fox movies Jackman and other Marvel actors were part of, reminding fans Lee was pivotal in those. Number 2, Rob Liefeld gets a shout-out. Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld has a hilarious Easter egg in the brawl against the corpse. There is an orthopedic store called Layfield's, just feet in the background. It pokes fun at how the internet has trolled Leefield's ability to draw feet and that most times he avoids it. And then finally, Deadpool's family is back. Wade is fighting for his loved ones with Vanessa, Colossus, Blind Al, Negasonic, Teenage Warhead, and her girlfriend Yuki forming the core. Louis Tan's Shatterstar is there as well after his unsuccessful X-Force exploits in Deadpool 2. Peter plays the big role as well. He gets the Deadpool corpse to calm down. Plus, he gets the TVA to let Wade off the hook for his space-time shenanigans. Ultimately, they are the heart and soul of Wade's reality and why Logan decides he can't start anew here with X-23. Deadpool and Wolverine is now playing in theaters. And speaking of that, let's see how it did in the box office. Now, something funny to tell you guys, and I'm going to tell you this. It's hilarious. Alright, so for those people who don't know and live under a rock, Ryan Reynolds, who's in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, is married to Blake Lively. She has a movie that released last weekend too, and it's called It Ends With Us. Who, out of the two, will get the number one spot? Because obviously a new movie and a love romance movie is going to get into the top 3 of movies, usually. Especially with an actress like Blake Lively. So where did this end up? Did she take the number one spot from her husband, or did he beat his wife? We'll see now. Alright, so let's see what they did. And I'll tell you now, Alien Romulus. It says only in theaters tonight. So it's coming out a day early. It's coming out Thursday. That movie will most likely do good in the theater. So we'll see where that lands next week. But here we go. Number 10 last week was Longlegs. Weekend gross of $2 million. It's made $72 million in 5 weeks. Number 9 was Cuckoo. Did $3 million last weekend at the box office and $3.9 million total gross at its first week. Number 8, Harold and the Purple Crayon, did a weekend gross of $3.1 million. It's done $14 million for total gross in 2 weeks. Number 7, Inside Out 2, weekend gross of $4.8 million, total gross of $638 million in 9 weeks. Number 6 was the movie Trap, weekend gross of $6.7 million, total gross of $30 million in 2 weeks. Not bad. Number 5, Despicable Me 4, still coming in top 5, did $8 million at the box office during the weekend, a total gross of $333 million in 6 weeks. Borderlands, weekend gross last week of $8.6 million, total gross of $10 million, weeks released is 1. Number 3, Twisters, still hanging in there. I love the movie. Great movie. And it is officially streaming now on places like Xfinity and I believe like Prime Video. You can rent it for like $20 if you haven't seen it yet. But it still did $15 million at the box office last weekend. $226 million gross. And it's only been out 4 weeks. That's crazy. It Ends With Us. Blake Lively came in number 2. With $50 million of a weekend gross, total gross of $63 million in the first week. Not bad, not shabby. She's so beautiful. I love Blake Lively. And number 1, I don't even think this is a shock. Deadpool and Wolverine again. $54 million at the box office last weekend. A total gross of $507 million in 3 weeks. So, Blake Lively will never catch her husband and get number 1. Because if it didn't do number 1 in the first weekend, it's not going to do number 1 in the second weekend. Deadpool and Wolverine still has a ton of people going to see it time after time. It's only been out 3 weeks. It's only been out a week longer than Twisters, which is crazy. But yeah, I mean, if you want to look at terms of Deadpool and Wolverine, $507 million. Despicable Me's been out 6 weeks, 3 weeks longer than that, and only did a total of $333 million, which is still a lot But, I mean, 3 weeks longer and 200 million less. Almost 200 million less than Deadpool and Wolverine. Inside Out 2, 638 million right now. Deadpool and Wolverine in 3 weeks has done 507 million. Like 138 million less than Inside Out 2, which has been out 9 weeks to only 3. 6 weeks longer. So, yeah. I mean, honestly, if it keeps up on this track, it may actually do it. I mean, if you look at other movies that have been out way longer. I mean, Bad Boys 3 moved down pretty big to number 15, but it's been streaming for a few weeks now, so people are watching it at home. A Quiet Place Day 1 is already like that. So, you know. But yeah, it's crazy. So we'll see what happens. The new Aliens movie comes out tonight. Alien Romulus comes out, and we'll see. Can that dethrone Deadpool and Wolverine? Will that get the number 1 spot over Deadpool and Wolverine? Will It Ends With Us come in at number 2 to that one, and then Deadpool and Wolverine move to number 3? We'll see next week. I'll let you know next week. I'm going to take off for the day. It's been a long show, but a lot of good things next week. We're going to talk NFL fantasy football defenses, and then, of course, we'll talk last week of the preseason. We'll talk about this week in the preseason, and next week being the last week of the preseason. And then the week after that, I will have my big one, which is going to be where we talk about the NFL season and my predictions for the teams. I'm going to even do a little prediction on where the teams are going to fall in each division. We're going to have some fun with it this year. So we'll do all that the following week. But yeah, next week, we'll see what happens. You know, will Caleb Williams start this week? I'm trying to see if they've made the announcement. Now, they've already announced that the Cincinnati Bengals starters will not start. They won't play. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping he needs to get Caleb out there, and we know this. So if he doesn't, I'm not going to be happy, because if he doesn't play this week, he's definitely not playing on Thursday night against Patrick Mahomes. Well, I'm sure Mahomes won't play in that one either. But yeah, so if he doesn't start this week, he's probably not starting until week 1 now. So we'll see what happens. But I'm hoping they play him this week. I'm hoping at least a quarter or two, see where he's at. But we'll find out next week. I'll let you know how everybody did for the Bears. We'll find out what's going on. We'll see if they start cutting men down to the 53-man roster, when that's going to happen, and more next week. So make sure you stay tuned for next week. And I am taking off. Enjoy your weekend. Go see Deadpool. Go see the Blake Lively movie. Go see Alien Romulus. Go see something at the movies. Go enjoy the weekend. I'm going to be in Bolingbrook this weekend on Saturday at the fest out there watching some music. So we're going to have some fun. Wedding Band is going to be there. I like Wedding Band. They're pretty decent. So I will see everybody next week. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and don't die. I love you all very much. See you later. This is the end of our broadcast day. Peace.